back on site. Monday, got Miko again. We got the footings poured, they're stripping now. We got our pipe going in. Another T here for the interior. Got pipe on the outside. There's our gutter pipe there. That will be done after the walls. Found this cast iron mortar line in the woods, using it as a spool. Works good when you got 250 foot of pipe to wrestle around with. Craziness. We got our ramp right here. Easiest way is build the road, go over, throw the stone in with the skid steer. This is the GoPro 11. I just was going down to get the 10, and this came out the day before, so lucked out with that. There will be one more video with the 7, which you will see. I showed how it's been acting up and cutting out. That video will come in the future, but yeah, this is working out nice. All right, stone is going in. Had to get my earplugs because these front rollers are bad on this Kubota. I got Amy from FridayParts.com sending me 2 brand new rollers. You guys got to check out FridayParts.com. They got all the parts. Check them out. So we got all our pipes in, just coming down this ramp, blowing all the stone in there. We got pipe here, pipe up inside this garage, and T going out just in case there's pressure. Even though this gets filled up and it's gonna be tarred, this still could get hydrostatic pressure in the garage, because obviously this is the ground. That will relieve it and get it out, get out that footing. Got the diesel shirt on today. What else can we plug? Dirt Boss earplugs? No, just kidding. Whoa. All we do is we're gonna do this about 500 times. Come on down. We go up over the footing, put enough stone over that footing so you don't hurt it. Come on in and dump it off. Don't worry about grading, because once you get a good pile there, you'll just grade it out like so. Run it. Use your other footers as use those as a gauge to tell you the height. And then once they're filled all the way around, you'll be able to go over those. All right, all the stone is in. Pipes are all in, obviously. Just getting raked and tamped out. Gonna box out that driveway and the entrance with the rest of the stone. All right, boxed out. All hard blacktop, 5 foot in. Gonna get straight off, but all right, everything's boxed out. This is the leftover stone from the basement, just waiting on a truckload now. This will be raised up. I put some spoils all right here because that was 1.5 foot low, tapered that, so we'll be up to that. But then it's gonna really climb to that house. But we're coming in between the sewer and the water, and then it kind of does a flag over here, but I don't have a print on it, so I'm just roughing it in now, just so these guys can park to work. Get rid of the mud. Yeah, baby. Stone is here. Lay this on nice and thick. Like I said, I don't know really where it goes. Has to be built up here anyways. Them clouds don't look good. Just giving a quick rake job. Like I said, this is just roughed in. You know, we know it's going between the sewer and water. This will come here, flag out, and come up. But we still got to dig the sewer and water, so I kept it not as wide. This looks real good. Everything is nice and nice, ready for walls tomorrow. Footing is clean. Should work out. Back on site. Little mess here, concrete, no big deal. Got a foundation. Starting to put the gutter detail together. Got downspouts, T's, a couple 90s where you need them, where that pipe starts to really flex. With that flex pipe, relieve it with a 90 here or there. Around the jogs, you don't need that. Built a stanchion here to keep everything straight. 2x4 goes down and back, and then once I backfill, I'll straighten that out, hold them up. But that's where we're at. quick clips with this because I'm back to the GoPro 7. I talked about that in the previous video. The beginning of this video was done with the 11. The second half will be this GoPro 7. Hopefully it holds out. All right, just a sprinkle. This is over here on the right side of the project. We had better material, so we ain't got that big. This is like where it was before the fill. It's actually pretty decent stuff. Not huge pieces of blacktop or rock, so it won't crush the pipe. We'll just let it trickle on the bank like we always do anyways, and just do the old trickle effect and let it roll in nice and soft. Watch the pipe as you're doing it, just so there's no issues. And perfect. Now it's pinned, and then once it gets pinned and you're over a little bit, just let her go in a little bit faster, but always you want to trickle in against the foundation. I don't like to bounce a ton of material into it. So this is what I'll be doing. One-man band. Kind of difficult with those pipes, but I made that stanchion, that jig, and it works out really well. It's just 2x4. It goes down in the pipe and up and over the wall. Locks it all in. Well, the rain we have, this is pretty dry stuff. Moist, but you know, we've had, since I dug this, it's rained at least twice a week. And we dug it probably 2 weeks ago by the time this got poured and everything. We got held up because of the rain. And there hasn't been any water in the hole at all. So the ground's actually draining pretty good. Half and half. Let that go in nice. And we're keeping an eye on those pipes as everything trickles down in. Just make sure everything stays connected with the T's. Because if that doesn't, it doesn't flow. Nice and easy. Watch it go down in. Perfect. Nice and slow. Got them pipes tucked in the corners real well too. Use the wall ties. You got to be inventive, you know. I use the wall ties. I tied them off with some wire and stuff, and it holds them right tight in the corner. Use boards. Use whatever you got to use to keep them tight from floating and moving. Just feathering out, leaving it off the foundation a little bit. This stuff's kind of wet. Like I said, we've had a ton of rain. So just building this all up nice and easy, and let it dry out. Hopefully we don't have any more rain. But get the positive pitch away from the house to 0 like that. Using this dirt to go over the footings of the garage, blend that in, then we're going to put that crushed shell right over the top of that. That will bind right up. We don't want to have it all shell over everything, because that will let the cold go right through and penetrate. Got to have some dirt coverage for sure. Let's see what we got here with this invention. Oh, that's nice. See how I made that? And that goes right around the wall and will hold me up. We're to the point where I got to put another one in around this corner, but I got to go to the hardware store, grab a couple more T's and some unions. My next one is going to be right here in this corner, like so. It'll go tight to that corner though. Pipe go right up in there, hold it nice and straight. The next one will be on that corner. Not sure if I even showed you guys the print, but this is the gutter detail, all these dots. So we're facing like this. This is the garage. We already got these ones in, this one in, and this one. I'm standing right here right now. That's the next one where I just put that pipe, or that jig I made. These are windows here. We're not going to put no pipes in there. If the grade was up and we had a window well in there, then we would want to drain that window well, but our grade's below the window, no window well, so we're good to go on that. The only window is here, which is an egress window, which is around that corner. We got to get in, but then we'll tie everything into our T here, and then it hooks into our daylight drain, and the garage gets a couple here, and right on out. Just got back from getting the parts. There's my jig in the corner holding that one nice and nice. Got some rocks holding up. I got to put my uprights on still, but all the pipes are connected around. There's an upright going there. That's the egress window. A T right there that's gonna go up. Then we go all the way over to the corner where it goes into the daylight, and I got that all hooked in. We're gonna have an upright there, upright in that far corner, that garage and the other garage, and that's done. But everything's connected. Daylighting right here, right on out. All right, just bailing, playing the bailing game like always, taking all this dirt from the back here. They got a culvert in here somewhere I gotta expose that we buried. There's a little swell there. Just taking all the dirt and putting it in front of the garage where we need it. Just keep bailing it over because we're not gonna need it to the left. We got a lot of dirt to move in the back, and the grade is low there, so we got plenty of dirt for backfill. There's no doubt about that. Just gotta move it. Just gotta move it. Scoop, scoop, and bail. Don't even worry about grading yet. Just get it close. Get it down to virgin ground over here where that swale is, and work my way right on out and back and see where we are for dirt. I'm gonna get in the skid steer now and push this in front of the garage. Taking the skid steer and doing a dozer's job. Gonna push all this in here, track and pack it in here. It's gonna come up nice. This stuff is wicked packable. All right, garage there, last up right here in the corner. This is like impossible to do without my homemade rig. Look at that. It'd be bent over like this, you'd be fighting it, screaming at it. You need another person on site. Throw that in there, feed her on up. One thing with this pipe though, you got to make sure all your connections are good, and then when you're backfilling, you watch corner of your eye of all piping. Anything moves or jiggles, you get back out and look, because you'll pop that right out, then you're done. All the pipes are in. I've just been grading as I go with the skid steer around, bringing tons and tons of dirt around the front. Got a piece of blacktop right there, so keep out of the hole. Got all, like I said, all the pipes in, everything's nice and tight. Took some pictures, and where the excavator's sitting right now is where we got those precast piers. So we're gonna fill this part up with stone, no dirt, so then piers don't settle. The piers are like 10 foot off the house, and then another set 18 off. Basically even with the garage, this whole box out. So I'm taking this dirt here and putting it in the hole ever so slightly. I lied. I just looked at the print. Those piers weren't where I was sitting, so this whole thing gets filled up with dirt. I bailed a bunch from over there, hug that whole hill out right down below with them teeth right there. This whole section is where they are, and we'll fill that right with stone, come up with the piers. But we got to come up over here. Dirt's looking good, just blowing it in, dragging my bucket like this as I can and get it to where it's got to be, and then we'll pretty it up with the skid steer, give it a little slick job. It's tough with a skiddy because all these rocks and asphalt in here mixed, it just jumps up, and this stuff honestly packs pretty damn good, and it doesn't like to peel it back up after you run it over several times, but it does. It does. Just got to be patient with it. Back on site, we got the black crusher run. Looking good. Just gonna put it in front of the garage doors for now. We're gonna have a lot of loads of this stuff coming in. We gotta get up to these doors, and then we gotta fill this whole garage. Been grading around. It's about mid-morning now. Got that swale taken care of over there and whatnot. But like I said, we got a lot of dirt here that I already brought in. I transported over a couple feet in front of these garage doors and packed it all in, all this stuff, which is really good. You can see over to the left of that garage, I built that up 3 feet. Taking all this material, skid steers, getting the work out. I just sprayed all the roller or the front idlers with WD-40. I put it right in there, kind of calmed them down. So I got this culvert exposed and the swale going right on down, right on out. The whole foundation's backfilled except for we have an egress right to the left, and then where the water line is, this is all going back down to that swale natural grade. You know, it's tough with the skid steer with tons of rocks and stuff. Then it gets packed in, you gotta cut. But this is where I built up the most. I've been taking tons and tons and throwing it in here. Now I'm gonna cut at an angle like so. But I built up this whole spot next to the garage. I mean, there's 4 feet in there, and all in along the back side of that box, as you see. So the skiddy is getting a workout. Doesn't like blacktop rocks, it just wants to jump. But we'll go try to get this slope as less steep as we can. Right now we'll slide it to the right because it is steep, and the property line is those arborvitae, so that's what is the other issue. Can't really mess with that property line. And we got another load. Making a walkway going into the porch. Put it right up to my build up with the dirt for backing. It's looking pretty good. The elevation's looking good. I have to come up a little bit more with that dirt out there, but it's doable. Grabbing my overburdened pile. This is gonna cover my rocks and everything. I've been fighting every scoop I get to try to cover. Tons of stuff comes out of it, so this will work good. We'll hold the bank. We're right on the property line. We're gonna dress that up, and that should be good enough for that taper. Gonna have to find dirt for there, maybe dig this bank out. Get to that. Blacktop. I'm done fighting blacktop. We'll have to dig that bank back to fill that in a little bit. Got number 2 stone coming. It takes like 16 truckloads to fill that garage and fill the garage. about 16 trucks. Clean number 2 stones, blow it in, tamp it as they come up. All right, I'm out of here today. Got the swale cut in, recut in. It was already here, but I just made sure that there was a little high spot here. Must have did some pond in there, so I scarfed that out. Little high spot right here, and I'll take that to use for backfill when we set those piers Monday. We brought in 5 feet. All this material, I kept going around, but we got that lawn, so his lawn is transitioning into theirs, and the grade worked out good. Once they topsoil that, you'll never see that blend. This swale worked looking good. We covered as much blacktop and concrete that we could from the fill site, and everything I was putting over there, just finding it keeps rolling up, and I just kept placing it. But this is gonna work out good. Goes right around, right to the left side. Everything's backfilled, ready to go for these guys to set plates come Monday. There should be no issues there. Again, egress there, piers there. But this swale comes around, you guys can see that. There's a V right here, and it goes right to that culvert pipe. It worked out good. Real good. And in the front, we got some black shell today. Just 3 loads. I ordered 2 more, but they didn't show up, so they said they won't be here till Tuesday, I believe. But got that shale going in up to the doors. We got to go more down in here, and then obviously there, but our sewer and water are these 2 hookups, so we're really not going to mess with nothing there. Just going to get this up into there just so we can start blowing this garage in Tuesday. I got 16 trucks of stone coming for porches, and this takes about 9. And the left side, that transition's going to be nice. Couple more loads hopefully soon. This will come out and around, obviously it'll come up a little more. Got to get in the garage, but I'm going to upload this one for you guys because this one is done. Next video, stay tuned. We will be installing those precast piers over there, 8 of them in that hole, hopefully Monday. Catch you guys on the next one.